Oh, hi there. In this video I'm going to show you how to get to this from that. And that's by using only household lights. So let's jump in. So this is how the frame looked like with just the regular lights turned on. Quite bad, as you can see. I challenged myself to try and achieve a cinematic look using only household lights and objects, no professional lighting, no softboxes, no reflectors or any light stands. I went around the house and looked for any lighting fixtures I could move around and use for this. I found this halogen garden light, this tungsten fixture and a flashlight. The first step was to figure out how I wanted the frame to look like. This corner of the room looked like the best option. I chose to shoot at an angle to create some depth and keep things dynamic. I initially chose to shoot in 40mm, but this framing wasn't really working for me. There was too much of the boring background and not enough of me in the frame. So I changed to a 50mm lens, and that really made the difference. Then it was time to start doing the lighting. Knowing I wanted to go for side lighting with dramatic shadows and a dark background, I started playing around with the lights to see what I could come up with. I first started with this halogen bulb as my key light. In order to make it soft, I bounced it off the white closet. That created some nice lighting on my face, but it was too strong and it was bouncing all over and was really too hard to control. So I replaced that with this tungsten light, which had way less output and was easier to manipulate. This time I pointed it directly at me, which didn't look good at all at the beginning. The light was very harsh, it was very unflattering, and it was also hitting too much of the background. To fix this, I flagged off the light with a picture frame so that it wouldn't hit the background as much, and then I also put some diffusion in front of it, which was actually just some wrapping paper that was in an old shoebox I found, and that seemed to do the trick. The lighting on my face was now nice and soft with a prominent shadow side and a dark background. Exactly what I was aiming for. Now that the key light was set, it was time to add a background light to create some depth and add more visual interest. I really wanted to use one of those lights you typically have in a hotel room, but as I didn't have one and none of my lights were nice enough to be seen on frame, I opted for this, whatever the thing is, and I just put a candle inside. At this point I felt like the lighting was where I wanted it to be, and as a last touch I decided to use a flashlight as a backlight to better separate myself from the background and get some detail back on the shadow side. I put some orange plastic in front of it to make the light a little warmer and less strong. And that was my final lighting setup. To top it all off, I applied some color correction and color grading, and that was it. So at the end of the day, there are lighting principles that you can follow and will get you great lighting no matter what equipment you're using. Of course, using proper lighting gear is way easier to use and it's faster to set up, but always know you can use whatever you have available and make something great. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got some inspiration for your own videos. If you did, I would highly appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing for more filmmaking videos. Also check out my Instagram page, it's @YuvalA96. I upload a lot of content over there, as well as behind the scenes stories and updates. So make sure you follow me there, it's @YuvalA96. But that is all for today, and I'll be seeing all of you in my next video.